crystals in tune, floating on clouds made of questions and grace, talking about life with a chibi little face. It's re-alien, we back again, floating through your mind in a galaxy den. You're safe here, stardust, take off your mask. We laugh, we cry, we talk, we ask. Gus in the portal with stories to spill, from Saturn to snacks to emotional skill, talking about brains that zigzag and sing, and how healing feels when you just do your thing. No shame in your orbit, no need to shrink. No words got rhythm, just dance how you think. It's okay to stutter, to stim, to pause. You're light in a vessel with the universal cause. So light your candle, sip your tea. There's magic in your frequency. We are the question, we are the spark, we are the cosmos, healing in the dark.
Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave your girl a comment. Love you! Greetings and welcome back, Galactic Spices. We are diving deeper into the layers of love, and you know what, guys, this is actually our last episode of this series. And today we're exploring a fascinating topic that can revolutionize your relationships: the 5 love languages. You know how sometimes you feel like you're showing love and care to someone and they're not receiving it in the way you intended? Maybe you're showering them with gifts, but what they really need is quality time or words of affirmation. That's where the 5 love languages come in. A concept developed by Gary Chapman reveals the different ways people express and receive love. In this episode, we'll explore each of the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, quality time, giving and receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch, and discuss how understanding and speaking each other's love languages can improve your relationships. We'll also dive into some common misconceptions about love languages and share practical tips on how to discover your own and others' primary love languages. You can unlock deeper connections with your loved ones, friends, and even yourself. Let's explore this concept together and see how we can transform your relationships. As we often say, love is a choice we make every day. Alright, Galactic Spices, now that we've got the intro out of the way, I'm about to spill the tea on my own love languages. And trust me, it's a wild ride. As I reflect on my own relationships and how I express and receive love, I've come to realize that my love languages are a beautiful combination of all 5. Yes, babe. All of them. And you know what? It's the same for you too. Words of affirmation, quality time, giving and receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. But acts of service is where it truly shines for me. I'm a sucker for someone who can whip up a mean breakfast burrito or tackle that pesky to-do list for me. It's like they're speaking my love language. When someone takes the time to help me out, whether it's cooking dinner or running errands, it's like they're saying, hey, I've got your back. I love that my dog barked for confirmation there. As someone who's prone to overworking and perfectionism, having people show up for me in meaningful ways is everything. When someone offers to help me with tasks or supports me in achieving my goals, it's like they're saying, I believe in you and your dreams. And let me tell you, it is a game changer for me. Those are the people who stand out to me, the ones who show up, support me, and help me feel seen and understood. You are singing my love language to me. But love languages aren't just about what we want or need from others. They're also about how we show up for others. So if you're like me and acts of service is your primary love language, it's not just about receiving help, it's also about offering it to others. Whether it's cooking a meal for a friend or helping a family member with a project, showing up for others in meaningful ways is key. I am somebody that is I like to title myself as a giver. I'm someone who likes to give, I'm someone who likes to show up, I'm someone who likes to support. I am a lover, I love hard. And my way of loving hard is to support you, to encourage you and help you find practical solutions to the things you may be struggling with. That to me is love. That's my love language. Now some of you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but how do I figure out my own love languages? Well, my friends, my spices, it's not as hard as you think. Take some time to reflect on how you express love and what makes you feel loved. Do you light up when someone surprises you with small gifts or writes you a heartfelt note? Or do you feel more connected when you're spending quality time with someone or receiving physical touch? Whatever it is, own it, and don't be afraid to communicate your own needs. Communication is key in any relationship, whether romantic, platonic, or familial. When we communicate our love languages and needs to others, we open up the door for deeper connections and understanding. It's like being in a relationship where you're both speaking each other's love languages fluently. It's like a match made in heaven. I've had my fair share of relationships where my love languages weren't being met, and let me tell you, it can be tough. And I don't just mean that romantically, I mean friendships, I mean family. Now going back, my love language is acts of service. So even for me, if my friends weren't cheering me on or encouraging me when I've gone out on another journey of entrepreneurialism and this is my new dream, this is my new ambition, and I receive no support, I'm like, wow, you really don't love me, huh? But what's important is that we can learn from those experiences and communicate our needs to others. Whether it's through words of affirmation, quality time, or acts of service, let's make the choice to show up for each other in meaningful ways. Now that we've explored my own love languages and how they impact my relationships, let's dive deeper into the 5 love languages themselves. Now, it is vital that I point out the primary way people express and receive love is through a combination of different love languages. Understanding each love language can help us better communicate our own needs and show love to others in what is meaningful ways to them. So let's break down each of the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, quality time, giving and receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch, and explore what makes each one unique. Starting with words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is a love language that speaks to the power of words in expressing love and care. For individuals who prefer this language, verbal compliments, words of appreciation, and thanks are essential. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Tone, pitch, and body language all play a role. When someone's primary love language is words of affirmation, they feel seen and heard when they receive positive and uplifting words. For example, imagine yourself coming home from a long day at work and being greeted with a warm smile and a heartfelt, "I'm so glad you're home." These simple phrases can go a long way in making you feel loved and appreciated. On the other hand, criticism or negative comments can be particularly hurtful to someone who prefers words of affirmation. In romantic relationships, words of affirmation can be expressed through sweet nothings whispered in the air, love letters, or surprise compliments. In friendships, it can be as simple as sending a text to check in and show appreciation to the other person. In family relationships, words of affirmations can be used to encourage and support each other, especially during difficult times. Words of affirmation holds a close second place for my love languages. I thrive on positive and uplifting words, and I appreciate when others take the time to acknowledge my efforts and accomplishments. Next, we have quality time. Quality time is about spending quality time together, giving each other undivided attention, and engaging in activities that bring joy and connection. For those who prefer this language, it's not just about being in the same physical space, but about being present and engaged with each other. Quality time can be expressed through shared hobbies, meaningful conversations, or simply spending time together. For example, imagine yourself going on a hike with a loved one and taking time to appreciate the scenery and each other's company. Or imagine having a deep conversation with a friend over coffee, where you're both fully present and engaged. These moments of quality time can create lasting memories and strengthen relationships. In romantic relationships, quality time can be expressed through regular date nights or surprise getaways. In friendships, it can be as simple as scheduling regular check-ins or activities together. And in family relationships, quality time can be used to bond over shared interests or activities. Moving into giving and receiving gifts. Giving and receiving gifts is a love language that speaks to the thought and effort behind a gift. It's not about the price tag or material value, but about the thoughtfulness and consideration that goes into selecting a gift. When someone's primary love language is giving and receiving gifts, they feel loved and appreciated when they receive a gift that shows that they've been thought of. For example, imagine yourself receiving a small gift from a loved one that shows that they've been paying attention to your interests and hobbies. Or imagine giving a gift to someone that you've put thought and effort into selecting. These gestures can speak volumes about the love and care that goes into a relationship. In romantic relationships, giving and receiving gifts can be expressed through surprise gifts or thoughtful gestures. In friendships, it can be as simple as bringing over a favorite snack or drink. In family relationships, giving and receiving gifts can be used to show appreciation and love for each other. Honestly, guys, it could be as simple as picking a flower on the way home or a little pebble that you know that your loved one would appreciate. Next, we have acts of service. Acts of service is a love language that shows love and care through actions. For individuals who prefer this language, it's not just about what you say, but what you do that matters. Acts of service can range from cooking meals, running errands, or helping with household chores. When someone's primary love language is acts of service, they feel loved and supported when others show up for them in practical ways. For example, imagine yourself being offered a home-cooked meal after a long day, or having someone help you with a task that has been weighing on your mind. These acts of service can be a huge relief and show that the person cares about your well-being. And last but not least, physical touch. Physical touch is a love language that speaks to the power of physical contact in expressing love and affection. For individuals who prefer this language, physical touch is essential for feeling connected and loved. Physical touch can range from holding hands, hugs, and kisses to intimate physical contact. I'm such a child. When someone's primary love language is physical touch, they feel loved and cherished when they receive physical affection. For example, imagine yourself being greeted with a warm hug after a long day, or holding hands with a loved one while walking together. Now that we've explored the 5 love languages, it's time to reflect on our own. Take a moment to think about how you most feel loved and appreciated in your relationships. Do you thrive on positive affirmations, or do you cherish quality time with your loved ones? Perhaps gifts or acts of service speak volumes to you, or maybe physical touch is your love language. Maybe you see that you have a strong balance of all 5, and maybe you might notice that one is more dominant than the rest. What do you think your love language is? Let us know in the comments below. Share with us what makes you feel most loved and appreciated, and how you typically show love and affection to others. If you're curious to learn more about your love languages, you can take the official 5 love languages quiz on the 5lovelanguages.com website. I will link that in the bio below. You can also find more information in Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages: How to Express Heartfelt Commitment to Your Mate. And if you're looking for even more resources, check out Psychology Today or Relate for articles and insights on love, languages, and relationships. I'll be sharing more resources and links in the description below, including the test, so be sure to check those out. Let's continue this conversation and learn more about each other's love languages. What are your thoughts? Share with us in the comments. Now, we've explored the 5 love languages and how they impact our relationships. Let's talk about how to communicate our love languages with others. Communicating your love language to others is crucial in any relationship, whether romantic, platonic, or familial. When you express your love languages to others, you open up the door for deeper understanding and connection. To communicate your love languages effectively, it's essential to be open and honest with others. Let them know how you feel loved and appreciated, and share your love language with them. Explain what makes you feel seen and heard, and be specific about what you need from them. For example, if your love language is quality time, you might say, "I feel loved when we spend quality time together," like going on a walk or having dinner together. This way, others know exactly what to do to make you feel loved and appreciated. Using I statements is also a great way to communicate your love languages without placing blame or expectation on others. Instead of saying, "you never," say, "I feel loved when." This helps to avoid defensiveness and promotes a more positive and loving conversation. Another important aspect of communicating your love languages is to ask others about their love languages. Show genuine interest in learning about their needs and desires, and ask them how they feel loved and appreciated. This not only deepens your understanding of each other, but also fosters a more loving and supportive relationship. By communicating your love language to others, you can avoid misunderstandings and miscommunications, build stronger and more meaningful relationships, and show love and appreciation in ways that matter most to others and yourself. So how can you start communicating your love languages with others in your life? I'd really like to give you some examples of how to establish your love language boundaries and ask about a loved one's love language. Here are a couple of statements that might be helpful. So the first one, to establish your love language boundary or standard, try saying, I feel most loved and appreciated when you spend quality time with me, so it would mean a lot to me if we could prioritize that in our relationship. That is, of course, with the example of quality time being your love language. This statement clearly communicates your love language and sets a boundary for what you need to feel loved and appreciated. Secondly, to inquire about a loved one's love language, try saying, hey, I want to make sure I'm showing you love and appreciation in ways that feel meaningful to you. What are some things that would make you feel most loved and appreciated? This statement shows that you're interested in understanding your loved one's love language and are willing to make an effort to show love and appreciation in ways that are meaningful to them. Try out these statements and let me know how it works for you. We are about to get into some affirmations. But first, I want to take a moment to talk about the power of affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that can help us shift our mindset and focus on what we want to achieve. By repeating affirmations to ourselves, we can actually rewire our brains and create new neural pathways. This is known as neuroplasticity and is a powerful tool for personal growth and development. When we repeat affirmations, we're not just changing our thoughts, we're changing our brains. We're creating new connections between neurons and strengthening existing ones. This can help us to think more positively, feel more confident, and behave in ways that are more in line with our goals and values. In the context of love languages, affirmations can be especially powerful. By repeating affirmations that focus on love, appreciation, and connection, we can start to shift our mindset and cultivate more positive relationships with others. We can also use affirmations to help us communicate more effectively with our loved ones and show them love and appreciation in ways that feel meaningful to them. So let's take a few moments to repeat some affirmations together and start rewiring those brains, shall we? Repeat these phrases to yourself and feel the positivity of love flowing through your mind and heart. Repeat after me. I deserve to receive love and affection in ways that are meaningful to me. I deserve to receive love and affection in ways that are meaningful to me. I am worthy of being loved and appreciated for who I am. I am worthy of being loved and appreciated for who I am. I give love freely, trusting it will be reciprocated. I give love freely, trusting it will be reciprocated. I am grateful for the love that surrounds me. I am grateful for the love that surrounds me. I trust that I will receive the love and care I need. I trust that I will receive the love and care I need. I am a loving and deserving person. I am a loving and deserving person. I am open to giving and receiving love. I am open to giving and receiving love. I communicate my love languages effectively. I communicate my love languages effectively. I prioritize self-love and self-care. I prioritize self-love and self-care. I am filled with love and I share it with others. I am filled with love and I share it with others. Please take a moment to just feel these affirmations. Repeat these affirmations to yourself and feel the love and positivity flowing through your mind and heart. Okay, Spices, now you think you know love, but do you really? Do you know how to speak the language of love to those around you? I mean, sure, you can say I love you and give them a big hug, but is that enough? As you now know, you need to know the specific dialect of love that each person speaks. And that's where applying the love languages in different relationships comes in. Think about it, Spices. You got your romantic relationships, your friendships, your family relationships. Each one requires a different approach, a different way of speaking love. And if you don't know how to speak the language, you're going to end up with a lot of misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Let's take romantic relationships, for example. You've got to know how to show your partner you love them in ways that feel meaningful to them. If their love language is quality time, you'd better be ready to spend some quality time together. That means putting away your phone, turning off the TV, and giving them your undivided attention. It could be as simple as going for a walk together, having a picnic, or just sitting down to a quiet dinner. If their love language is physical touch, you better be ready to show them some love and affection. This could be holding hands, giving hugs, or surprise kisses. Physical touch releases oxytocin, the love hormone, so it's a powerful way to show love and affection. Then there's words of affirmation. If your partner's love language is words of affirmation, you'd better be ready to give them some good old-fashioned praise. That could be telling them how much you appreciate them, how much you love them, and how proud you are of them. It's not just about saying I love you, it's about being specific and genuine in your praise. If their love language is acts of service, you'd better be ready to lend a helping hand. That could be cooking dinner, running errands, or helping with household chores. Acts of service show that you're willing to put in the effort to make their life easier and more enjoyable. And finally, there's gifts. If your partner's love language is gifts, you'd better be ready to show them that you're thinking of them. That could be buying their favorite snack, getting them a small gift, or even bringing home a surprise bouquet of flowers. You could literally pick a flower off the side. Like I said before, grab a pebble that you feel your partner would like. Gifts are a tangible representation of your love and appreciation. Now let's talk about friendships. You've got to know how to show your friends that you care about them, that you're there for them. If their love language is words of affirmation, you better be ready to give them some good old-fashioned praise. That could be telling them how you appreciate their friendship, or how you value their support, or even how much you enjoy spending time with them. And family relationships. Well, those can be tricky, okay, as we've covered quite a bit in this topic in this series. You've got to know how to show your family members you love them, even when you don't always see eye to eye. If their love language is acts of service, you better be ready to lend a helping hand. That could be helping with household chores, running errands, or even just being there to listen. If their love language is quality time, you gotta be ready to spend some quality time together. That could be going on a trip together, having a family dinner, or just hanging out and talking. The key is to understand what each person's love language is and to speak it in ways that are real and meaningful to them. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. When you take the time to learn and speak the language of love, you'll see the difference it makes in your relationships. You'll see the love and appreciation flowing back and forth, and you'll feel the bonds between you and others grow stronger. But here's the thing. It's not just about showing love to others. It's also about showing love to yourself. So ask yourself, how am I not loving myself in the ways that I want to be loved? Am I neglecting my own need for quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, or gifts? What are some ways I can show myself love and care, just as I would to others? By taking care of our own love languages, we can cultivate a deeper sense of self-love and self-acceptance, and that's the foundation of building strong, healthy relationships with anybody else. I'd like to share a quote with you from the man himself, Gary Chapman. People tend to express love in a way they want to receive love, rather in the way their partner wants to receive love. Now, this quote highlights a common pitfall in relationships, where individuals often assume that their partner loves and expresses love in the same way they do. However, as we know from the 5 love languages, people have different primary and secondary love languages. And what fills one person's love tank may not necessarily be the same for their partner. So let's break it down further. When we express love in the way we want to receive it, we're essentially speaking our own love language. For instance, if our primary love language is words of affirmation, we might shower our partner with compliments and praise, expecting that this will make them feel loved and appreciated. However, if their primary love language is acts of service, they might not necessarily feel loved or appreciated by words alone. They might be more touched by your willingness to help with household chores or run errands for them. This mismatch can lead to misunderstandings and feelings of frustration in relationships. We might feel like we're showing our love and care, but our partner might not be receiving it in the way that we intended. Conversely, our partner might be expressing love in their own way, but we're not recognizing or appreciating it because it's not our primary love language. This quote emphasizes the importance of understanding and speaking our partner's love language rather than simply expressing love in our own preferred way. By doing so, we can ensure that our partner feels seen, heard, and loved in ways that matters to them. This requires effort, communication, and willingness to learn and adapt to our partner's love language. For example, if we know that our partner's love language is physical touch, we can make a conscious effort to show affection through hugs, kisses, and cuddles. If their love language is quality time, we can prioritize spending quality time together, putting away distractions and giving them our undivided attention. By speaking our partner's love language, we can build a stronger, more meaningful connection with them. We can show them that we care, that we're invested in the relationship, and that we're willing to go the extra mile to make them feel loved and appreciated. Ultimately, this quote reminds us that love is not a one-size-fits-all proposition. It's about understanding and meeting our partner's unique needs and desires and showing them love in a way that resonates most deeply with them. People tend to express love in a way that they want to receive love, rather than in the way their partner wants to receive love. Gary Chapman. It's story time. Once upon a time, in a colony of penguins, there lived a little penguin named Percy. Percy loved his partner Penelope with all his heart. But Percy had a problem. He didn't know how to show Penelope love in the way she wanted. Percy's love language was physical touch. He loved to cuddle, hold flippers, and give gentle nuzzles to his partner. But Penelope's love language was gift-giving. She loved it when Percy brought her special pebbles or shells from the beach, and she would treasure them forever. One day, Percy decided to show Penelope his love by giving her a big hug and a nuzzle. But Penelope didn't seem as excited as Percy thought she would be. In fact, she seemed a bit distracted and distant. Percy didn't understand why his physical touch wasn't working. Penelope, on the other hand, had been dropping hints that she wanted Percy to bring her a special pebble from the beach. She loved collecting pebbles and shells. She would often gaze at them lovingly, but Percy hadn't caught on, and instead, he was busy giving her hugs and nuzzles. It wasn't until they had a conversation about their love languages that they realized what was going on. Percy explained to Penelope that he showed his love through physical touch, while Penelope explained to Percy that she felt loved when he gave her thoughtful gifts like pebbles or shells. Once they understood each other's love languages, they made a conscious effort to speak each other's love language. Percy started collecting special pebbles and shells for Penelope, and he would present them to her with a bow. Penelope, in return, would make sure she gave Percy plenty of physical touch, hugging him, holding his flippers, and giving him gentle nuzzles. As they learned to speak each other's love language, their relationship became stronger and more loving. Percy and Penelope felt seen, heard, and loved in a way that mattered most to them. They realized that love isn't just about showing affection, but about understanding and meeting each other's unique needs and desires. From that day on, Percy and Penelope lived happily ever after, waddling through life together, side by side, and flipper in flipper. Percy would often surprise Penelope with beautiful pebbles, and she would treasure them forever, knowing that he loved her and cared for her deeply. So what can we learn from Percy and Penelope's story? It highlights the importance of understanding and speaking each other's love language in relationships. By doing so, we can build stronger and more meaningful connections with our partners. It's not just about showing affection, but about meeting each other's unique needs and desires. Communication and effort are key to making this work. One key takeaway is to take the time to understand your partner's love language and make an effort to speak it. Don't assume that your way of showing love is the same as your partner's way of receiving love. By being aware of these differences, we can show our love and care in ways that feel meaningful to our partners. And not just our partners, our friends, our family. This is transferable knowledge that you can bring into your love relationships with anyone you care about. The idea of penguins giving pebbles as a symbol of love is a sweet touch that adds depth to the story. By learning to speak each other's love language, Percy and Penelope are able to strengthen their relationship and build a deeper connection. You know, Spices, when it comes to love languages, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are challenges and conflicts that can arise, and that's what we're going to acknowledge and begin to tackle today. So buckle up and let's get real. First off, let's talk about the biggest challenge: misunderstandings. When we're speaking different love languages, it's easy to get frustrated and feel like our partner, family, or friends just don't get it. We might feel like we're showing love and affection, but our people just aren't receiving it in the way we intended, and vice versa. This can lead to feelings of resentment, hurt, and frustration. I'm going to use the term partner just for argument's sake, however, please interchange that to suit your relationship types. For example, let's say you're a words of affirmation person, and your partner is an acts of service person. You're showering them with compliments and praise, but they're not going to feel love because they're not seeing the effort you're putting into helping them with household chores. Meanwhile, you're feeling unappreciated because they're not acknowledging your words of affirmation. This can create a cycle of misunderstandings and hurt feelings. So how do we overcome these challenges? Well, first and foremost, communication is key. I say this every episode, but communication is key. We need to talk to our partner about love languages and what makes us feel loved and appreciated. We need to listen to each other and try to understand each other's needs. This means being open and honest about our feelings and desires and being willing to listen and learn from each other. One therapy tool that can be helpful here is the love language map. You can create a map with your partner, labeling each love language and what it means to each of you. This can help you visualize your love languages and identify areas where you might be speaking different languages. For example, you might realize that your partner's love language is quality time, but you're speaking acts of service. By understanding each other's love languages, you can start to bridge the gap and find ways to show love and affection that work for both of you. Again, please interchange these relationships to what suits you. Another tool is the love language conversation starter. This can be a set of questions you ask each other to help you better understand each other's love languages. Some examples of questions you might ask include: what makes you feel loved and appreciated? How do you like to show love and affection to others? What are some ways I can show you love and affection that would be meaningful to you? How do you feel when I show love and affection in ways that don't align with your love language? By asking these questions and having open and honest conversations, you can gain a deeper understanding of each other's love language and find ways to show love and affection that work for both of you. In addition to these tools, there are a few other strategies that can help you overcome challenges and conflicts related to love languages. One strategy is to focus on finding solutions rather than placing blame. Instead of getting stuck on who's right or wrong, ask yourselves, what can we do to show love and affection in a way that works for both of us? This can help you find creative solutions that meet both of your needs. Another strategy is to prioritize empathy and understanding. When conflicts arise, try to see things from your partner's perspective. Put yourself in their shoes and try to understand why they're feeling the way that they are. This can help you respond in a way that's more compassionate and understanding. By using these tools and strategies, you can overcome the challenges and conflicts that come with speaking different love languages. It takes effort and commitment, but the payoff is worth it. A deeper and more meaningful connection with your partner, family, or friends. Time to do some journal prompts. Journaling is an amazing way to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. By putting your thoughts into words, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your relationships. Journaling can help you process your emotions, identify patterns of areas for growth, and develop a greater sense of self-awareness. It's a powerful tool for personal growth and can be a great way to explore your thoughts and feelings about love languages. Journaling can also help you clarify your thoughts, release pent-up emotions, and gain new perspective on life's challenges. By making journaling a regular habit, you can experience profound changes in your life, such as increased confidence, improved relationships, and a greater sense of purpose. If writing isn't your thing, however, don't worry. There are many alternative ways to reflect on your thoughts and feelings. You could try drawing or painting, creating a collage, or even making a video or voice recording, responding to the prompts. You could also try meditation, deep breathing exercises, or yoga to help you connect with your inner self. Talking to a trusted friend or family member or even a therapist can be a great way to process your emotion and gain new insights. The key is to find a method that works for you and that you can enjoy, so that you can make reflection a regular part of your life. So, without further ado, here are 9 journal prompts to help you reflect on your love languages and relationships. They are divided as usual into 3 parts. The first part is understanding your love language. The first prompt for this section is, what is your primary love language and how would you like to receive love and affection from others? The second prompt, think about a time when you felt most loved and appreciated. What was happening and how did it make you feel? The third prompt, how do you typically show love and affection to others, and is this aligned with your love language? Moving into the next section, section 2, exploring your relationships. The first prompt in this section is, think about a significant relationship in your life. What is their love language, and how can you show love and affection in ways that speak to them? The second prompt for this section, have you ever felt misunderstood or unappreciated in a relationship? What happened and how did you handle it? And the third prompt for this section is, how can you use love languages to improve your relationships and show love and affection in ways that feel meaningful to others? Moving into the third section for the journal prompts, this is about practicing love languages. This first prompt in this section is, what are some ways you can show love and affection to someone in your life who speaks a different love language to you? The second prompt is, think about a time when you showed love and affection to someone in a way that didn't align with their love language. What did you learn from this experience, and how can you do things differently in the future? And for the third and final prompt of them all, what are some small ways you can incorporate love languages into your daily life and show love and affection to those around you? Take a moment to reflect on the questions that have arose feel the answers come to the surface. And please do come back again, re-listen and take notes to further explore within yourself. Happy healing. I remember a time when I was in a relationship with someone who was always trying to show their love and affection through quality time and physical touch. They would plan elaborate dates and surprise me with romantic getaways, but despite their best efforts, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was missing. I felt like my partner was trying to show me love and care, but it wasn't resonating with me. As a very self-reflective person, I couldn't help but think that I was being ungrateful. But deep down, I knew that I just wasn't feeling seen. I would feel a pang of disappointment when my partner didn't offer to help me with tasks or chores, or when they didn't give me genuine praise or acknowledgement. It wasn't that they were being neglectful or uncaring, but rather their expressions of love weren't aligning with my primary love languages of acts of service and words of affirmation. I felt like I was craving something more meaningful, something that would make me feel truly loved and appreciated. I remember feeling like I was stuck in a cycle of doubt and uncertainty. I would wonder if I was being too picky or if I was just not being appreciative enough. I would question whether I was worthy of love and affection, and if I was somehow broken or flawed. But as I reflected on my own feelings, I realized that it wasn't about being ungrateful or picky. It was about feeling like my needs weren't being met. It wasn't until we had a conversation about love languages that things really started to click for me. I realized that my partner didn't understand that I felt most loved and appreciated when someone offered to help me with tasks or gave me genuine praise and acknowledgement. I felt a sense of relief wash over me as I finally understood what I was missing. I wasn't being ungrateful, I was just hungry for a different kind of love. Once I understood this about myself, I was able to communicate my needs more effectively with my partner. I explained that while I appreciated the quality time and physical touch, that what I really needed was more help with tasks and more words of affirmation. My partner was willing to learn and adapt, and we started making more of an effort to show love and affection in ways that resonated with both of us. It was a vulnerable conversation to have, but it was worth it. By understanding and speaking each other's love languages, we were able to deepen our connection and strengthen our relationship. We learned to appreciate each other's differences and to communicate our needs in a way that was clear and respectful. Looking back, I realized that understanding my own love language and communicating them with my partner was a valuable lesson for me, and one that I've carried with me into all my relationships since. It's taught me the importance of self-awareness, communication, and vulnerability in relationships. It reminded me that love is not a one-size-fits-all proposition. It's about finding ways to show love and affection that resonate with each individual's unique needs and desires. Oh my gosh, guys, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock right now. Guys, you know what time it is when we hear the theme song that changes every week. I feel like that part is always included, though. Okay, guys. Welcome to the spiritual quiz. How are we all feeling? I know you're excited. I know you know it's quiz time. It's quiz time. It's quizzing time. It's time for you to take a quiz, and it's spiritual and you're a whiz. So let's get to it. Oh yeah, freestyling is my strength. Okay guys, come on, because we know the tangents are always activated here. Alright. So guys, as usual, we will be doing the spiritual quiz. It will be 5 questions, multiple choice. If you are here in the live premiere, please do chuck your question answers into the live chat. I appreciate you. That was a difficult sentence to get out there, guys. I really struggled to get that out, but we made it. We did it in the end. Give thanks to the Most High. Anyways. I ask every week, none of you ever bloody do it. None of you ever bloody do it. But hey, if you sort of feeling brand new, and now that you know words of affirmation and acts of service is my love language, and you don't want to make me feel loved, can you please put your results, how much you got out of 5, in the actual comment section, guys. In the actual comment section. I'm asking again. Maybe one day I will see a 5 out of 5 in the comment section, a 3 out of 5 in the comment, even a 1 out of 5, a 0 out of 5. I wouldn't mind. Alright, anyways, shall we get into it, guys? I think we should get into it. Alright. So, let's get into the spiritual quiz. Starting with question 1. According to the concept of love languages, what is the primary way people express and receive love? Is it A, through a single universal language? B, through acts of service and kindness? C, through a combination of different love languages? Or D, through physical touch and intimacy? A, B, C, or D. According to the concept of love languages, what is the primary way people express and receive love? Moving into question 2. Which of the following is one of the 5 love languages? Is it A, words of affirmation? B, emotional support? C, financial support? Or D, personal space? Which of these is one of the 5 love languages? A, B, C, or D? Moving into question 3. What is the main idea behind the concept of love languages? Is it A, that people express love in the same way? B, that people express and receive love in different ways? C, that love languages are irrelevant in relationships? Or D, that people receive love in the same way? A, B, C, or D? What is the main idea behind the concept of love languages? Question 4. What love language involves doing things for others to show love and care? Is it A, gift giving? B, physical touch? C, words of affirmation? Or D, acts of service? Which love language involves doing things for others to show love and care? A, B, C, or D? And finally, for question 5. According to the episode, what is important to understand about love languages in relationships? Is it A, that people should prioritize their own love language? B, that love languages are fixed and unchangeable? C, that understanding each other's love languages can improve relationships? Or D, that love languages are only relevant in romantic relationships? According to the episode, what is important to understand about love languages in relationships? A, B, C, or D? Alright guys, it is answer time. Are you ready? Are you steady? Let's go into the answers. Alright guys. For question 1. According to the concept of love languages, what is the primary way people express and receive love? The answer was C, through a combination of different love languages. Moving into question 2. Which of the following is one of the 5 love languages? The answer was A, words of affirmation. For question 3, what is the main idea behind the concept of love languages? The answer was B, that people express and receive love in different ways. For question 4, Which love language involves doing things for others to show love and care? The answer was D, acts of service. Yes, please. And finally, for question 5, according to the episode, what is important to understand about love languages in relationships? The answer was C, that understanding each other's love language can improve relationships. Thank you guys so much for taking part. Please do let me know below what you got out of 5. Well done to our veterans that come here every week listening to the pods and have been developing their spiritual knowledge. We have got from a stage of struggling to get 2, 3 out of 5 to getting 5 out of 5 each time. So I'm proud of you all. Keep pushing, keep growing, keep learning, keep knowing. Ooh. When we don't receive love in a way that feels authentic and nurturing, it can have a profound impact on our relationships and ability to love freely. Think about it. When our emotional needs aren't met, it can lead to difficulties in trusting others, emotional dysregulation, and people-pleasing tendencies. We might struggle to form close relationships or be vulnerable, and even develop a fear of abandonment. This can manifest in many ways, such as anxiety in relationships, feelings of insecurity, or even self-sabotaging behaviors. One way to understand this is through the concept of love languages. As we've learned in today's episode, people express and receive love in different ways. Through words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, physical touch, or gift-giving. When our love language isn't being spoken, we might feel unloved or unappreciated, even if the other person is showing love in their own way. For example, if someone's primary love language is words of affirmation, they might feel most loved when their partner gives them genuine compliments or words of encouragement. But if their partner shows love through acts of service, like cooking dinner or running errands, they might not feel as appreciated. But why do some people respond negatively to being loved? It might be due to past experiences or trauma that make it challenging to accept love and affection. Others might experience painful memories or fears of abandonment when faced with love and tenderness. This can be especially true for those who have experienced attachment trauma, abandonment, or neglect. In these cases, love can feel like a threat to their sense of self or independence. The good news is that we can break this cycle. By understanding our own love language and that of others, we can communicate our needs more effectively and build stronger relationships. For instance, if we know that our partner's love language is quality time, we can make an effort to spend quality time with them, doing things that they enjoy. Self-reflection and therapy can also be incredibly helpful in working through trust issues and building healthy relationships. Practicing self-care and developing self-love and self-acceptance is also crucial. This can involve activities like meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature. And by learning to set and maintain healthy boundaries, we can prevent exploitation and manipulation in relationships. Ultimately, love is not just something we receive, but also something we can cultivate and nurture within ourselves. By understanding our own needs and working through past experiences, we can develop more fulfilling relationships and a deeper sense of self-love. This can involve learning to be more compassionate and kind to ourselves, and recognizing our own worth and value. Let's take a step towards healing and learning to love differently, and cultivate a more loving and compassionate relationship with ourselves and others. By doing so, we can create a more positive and supportive environment for ourselves and those around us. As we wrap up today's episode, we're also saying goodbye to our Layers of Love series. Well, by all means, you can re-listen whenever you like. It will be on YouTube and Spotify, and you can replay for the rest of eternity. However, I'd like to say we've covered a lot of grounds together, exploring the complexities of love, relationships, and personal growth. I'm so proud of each and every one of you for taking the time to educate yourselves and work on your own healing. That takes a lot of courage, and I want to acknowledge the effort that you've put in. By learning more about love languages, attachment styles, and healthy relationships, you're not just improving your own life, you're also making a difference in the world. When we prioritize our own healing and growth, we become more compassionate, empathetic, and supportive partners, friends, and family members. We're able to show up more fully in our relationships and make a positive impact on those around us. Before we say goodbye to this series, I want to encourage you to go back and re-listen to all the episodes. Each one is packed with affirmations, journal prompts, and stories, both fictional and real, that can help you deepen your understanding of love and relationships. We've also included spiritual quizzes and exercises to help you reflect on your own values and beliefs. These resources are designed to support you on your growth and healing, and we hope you'll continue to use them as you navigate your own journey. So take some time to revisit the episodes that resonated with you the most and see how you can apply the lessons to your own life. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Your commitment to learning and growing is what makes this podcast possible, and I am honored to be a part of your journey. I'll be taking a short break, but don't worry, we're not done yet. Our new series will be launching in 2 weeks, and I am excited to share new topics and insights with you. Thank you again for being part of the Layers to Love series. I'm grateful for your presence, and I can't wait to see the positive impact you continue to make in the world. Remember, when you heal yourself, you heal the world. Until next time, Spices. Love you. Bye. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave your girl a comment. Love you.
Yeah, re-alien. The vibe is lit on the moon with the mic and a healing kit. Alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk. Yeah, re-alien, the vibe is lit on the moon with the mic and a healing kit. Alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk. Let's take that walk. Yeah, re-alien, the vibe is lit on a moon with the mic and a healing kit. Alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk. Let's take that walk. Yeah, re-alien, the vibe is lit on a moon with the mic and a healing kit. Alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk. Yeah, re-alien, the vibe is lit on a moon with the mic and a healing kit. Yeah, alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk.